Hey, I'm Brody Brazil, and welcome to Teal Town After Dark.
Thank you very much, Brody Brazil. Good evening, everyone. It is Thursday night, February 21st, 2019. Oh, did you hear that? Oh, I think that was Brendan Dillon's slap facing Sidney Crosby around a little bit more. That's right. The Sharks shut out the Penguins 4-0 in Pittsburgh to begin their road trip and get off to a good start in the second era of Michael Haley. Welcome, everyone, to Teal Town After Dark. This is your live and interactive Sharks postgame show. We do this after every single Sharks game, home and away, playoffs, regular season, you name it. So if you want to be a part of the show, here's how you do it, folks. Multiple ways to interact with us, chat with us, and fellow Sharks fans and hockey fans around the world on the YouTube chat on the page or the app. You can also hashtag or at us at Teal Town USA. You can also hit us on all the social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, SoundCloud, and the YouTube. Good evening, everyone. I am Erik. You can always find me on Twitter at PuckGuy14. And joining me tonight, my partner in crime, Mr. AJ Strong.
What's up, what's up, what's up?
Not the Penguins.
Oh, dude, the Sharks do not have a good record at what do we even call that? The paint bucket? I don't even know. But we, Sharks don't have a good record there. So let's just, leave there happy in the win, get the hell out, and you're gone.
And they're gone, and they're on their way to Columbus with a victory. How did they get there? Well, we're about to find out. But first, a quick shout out before we get things going, as I see Kayla.
Oh my God, dude! I'm going to start a Twitter account for Kayla like tomorrow, and you watch. In less than probably by the end of this month, she'll have more followers than I do.
Or Brody Brazil, for that matter.
Yeah, and it's just going to be nothing but photos of her like that, giving you the look.
Yep. Well, as we get into this, we want to send a special shout out to Evie Souza celebrating her 12th birthday. Sorry I couldn't make it. I hope you're having fun. But Chipotle real soon after a Sharks victory. We'll talk about that a little bit later.
Real soon. And hey, I see Steve Cropper in the chat already. Hey now, Shark Attack Bro. I was the one who called. Well, I was one of like 5 people that called. Hertl's getting that first one tonight. Hey, just saying. When the guy throws up a hat trick, the last time he faces him, yeah, probably, say that he might have a scotch of a chance to score that first goal.
And the funny thing is, as we get into the summary, especially in the first period, it's like Hertl and Kane are having like a fight over who can score the most goals.
No, I like the fact that they're having a fight of who can make this line more badass. I mean, you talked about it. Oh, I lost in the draw. Oh, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? The thing about this that I love is the fact that we started off where it was like, okay, well, Thornton is the center of this line, so they must be the top line. And then very quickly after that, it was Couture and Hertl and Meyer that quickly took over the quote-unquote top line status. And then, of course, they move Hertl down in December to center his own line with Kane. And then all of a sudden, en fuego. And now, again, this is something that I've said on multiple shows. This reminds me, very reminiscent of Vegas last season. There is no top line for the Sharks right now, except Hertl's line. But it's that's what it feels like. It doesn't feel like there's a solidified 1, 2, 3. It feels like there's just 3 second lines, incredible amount of balance. But let's, give it up. Right now, the team is 1-0 with Haley in the lineup. Hey now.
So are you saying that Haley's the no, we're not going to get
all
that.
Hail Haley.
Oh boy.
All hail Haley. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do it like that. But I meant, that. Okay, I didn't mean it like that. I meant it was very much like the, what was it? Men in Black, where they open up the locker and it was all, all hail Jay. That's how I feel. All hail Haley.
And let's get going on the on this second game against Pittsburgh this season. 56, according to NHL.com, 56 seconds in, Jack Johnson, gets called for tripping. Sharks go right onto the power play, and apparently, according to NHL.com, 1 second later, from a pass from LeBanc and Burns, banks it in.
Can we talk about the clock problem tonight? Like, what in the holy hell happened? That, like, I'm sitting there watching the game and I'm like, wait a minute. It just said like 1903, or it said 1904. Then as Hertl gets bounced from the circle and Kuhre skates in, all of a sudden a second disappears on the clock. You can see all of this, by the way, on tealtownusa.com's Twitter. I took a gift grab of that. And then after 1903, all of a sudden it like jumps to like 1856 or something, and it just starts going down. So yeah, it's pretty silly how somehow the Sharks got a penalty at 56 seconds and then Hertl scored at 57 seconds. I'm hoping that the NHL comes in and says, okay, we're going to like look at this and we're going to time it out, and we're going to, however further it needs to be done, we're going to figure out when Hertl actually scored. But yeah, it was a beautiful, dude, that power play snipe from Hertl, on the power play, I know Burns and EK65 got the assist, but holy hell, did Hertl just search for the pocket and just booyah.
And to quote John Forsland, the Sharks were off and running. And a good start. I mean, we've seen recently how the team would how Jones or Dell would just let the first goal in like the first 5 minutes. The exception has been, that Boston game and Washington, but it's nice to see the Sharks get going right off the get-go.
Right off the get-go, but exactly to what you say, the fact that Jones did not let one in the first 5 minutes, it's like, way to play. Now, we have to preface this. Jones let in 6 goals on 20 shots versus Boston on Monday. Historically, Jones has typically had a really good outing after having a really poor outing. So I was, I had high hopes for tonight. Not to mention the fact that the Sharks, what did the Sharks score on these? It was 5-2 in January. Yep. So with the Hertl hat trick back then. So yeah, and granted, Pittsburgh won 4 of their last 5, but still they're kind of clinging on to that third spot in their division by scooch. It's not your grandfather's Penguins right now. I'm just saying.
Nope. 8:37 in, Dylan gets called for a cross-checking call after Aston Reese, kind of slashed Donskoy around the face-off circle, and Dilly wasn't liking it. He kind of takes exception. The referee just essentially goes, no, Dilly, no, you go.
Dude, how many penalties was Aston Reese involved in tonight?
I believe it was like 3 or 4, right?
Yeah, I'm just saying.
That resulted in nothing, obviously, by the score you already know about. But at 10:01, Kane's like, well, anything you can do, I can do better. And Kane gets on a breakaway, scores on a shorthanded goal, his 27th of the season. Buddy, man, Kane, that's looking like a good signing.
Poor DeSmith, of course it comes out when they announce when Hahn and Bakes and Hetty come on, and it's like, well, the Pittsburgh Penguins are starting their backup goaltender tonight. DeSmith, every Sharks fan goes, oh crap, here we go, another Vezina winner, right? Like that's just something that we've seen happen over and over again. Instead, the backup, we treated him like we treated DiPietro 10 days ago. And I say we, like I'm on the team. But the Sharks treated, DeSmith like maybe that's it. Maybe we just need to find goaltenders that they start their first name with a D and then have a lowercase letter and then a higher case letter. I don't know. Maybe that's it. DiPietro, DeSmith, either way. He let in 3 goals on his first 7 shots. So, but you have to give it up. And the Burns turning this puck over at the blue line when the Penguins were trying to bring their rush, and Burns completely getting in the way, feeding Kane, who we know has legs. and when we talk about legs, we'll get into that later because holy crap, Jumbo. But anyway, Kane just coming in, and the best part about this goal was the fact that it wasn't like just wham bam, thank you, Kane. It was like wham bam, and then I'm just gonna dribble into the net on this one. No, it was beautiful. It was a great shot by holy hell, Berg 7F91.
Wow.
As a fan who flew out to San Jose for Game 6 in 2016, this was awesome to see the Pens get their asses kicked in their own barn. I appreciate and support, and I feel every little bit of that comment. Thank you very much for the support.
Burge 7F91, thank you very much for that tip, and I feel the pain for remembering that I was there for Game 6. That wasn't fun.
Hey, now.
So, a little bit of get back.
Yeah,
so.
But you got to give it up for that Kane goal. It was like the trying to think of the word that I can use that is okay to go on air. It was the upper front region of a woman. It was real and it was spectacular, to quote a Seinfeld episode. I don't want to upset any of our women viewers. That's what I'm trying to say.
No. We don't want to do that.
I'm not that guy.
We appreciate each and every fan, male, female, whatever.
Absolutely.
Moving onward, yes, Aston Reese takes a penalty. That sets up another Sharks power play.
Dylan cross checks Aston Reese, then Aston Reese trips Kane. I mean, Aston and Reese, I felt like was involved in every single penalty up until the yard sale that happened in the third. But anyway,
Justice. Thank you.
Dude, and so, you know what? Moved to us just the day after we lost. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna change my my catchphrase, if you will. I am no longer going to see D's nuts. I'm going to say D's Josh. I'm just going to invert it, man. I appreciate that.
That penalty sets up Hertl's second from LeBanc and Pavelski, his 28th on the season, going, aha, you got your 27th, Kane. I will get my 28th.
Oh, is that what it was? I figured it was just like, yeah, you know what? No, you know what? 5-on-5 scoring is cool, but no, we're going to do all tonight, just power plays and shorties. That's all we're doing.
Oh, but AJ, seriously, if you go, I don't know if you keep your score sheets, but if you go back,
what if I keep my score sheet? What is this?
No, from past games. No, but it's seriously, it's like one of them will score, and then sometime later in that game, the other guy will score. And then it just trickles back and forth. So I'm loving this. But again, Hertl, his second on the power play, mind you, at 11:55, makes it 3-0. This game, I don't want to say it was over, but I mean, Pittsburgh was reeling after that one.
They were reeling. The thing that gets me on this one, LeBanc and Pavelski get the assist on this. Couture should get a tertiary assist here, because he was the one who kept that puck from leaving the offensive zone and was the guy who started this whole sequence. And it is one of those things where I do kind of wish sometimes that they would open up the NHL scoring to tertiary assists, because sometimes you see what happens from the primary, the secondary, but oh my Lord, if it wasn't for that tertiary, everything else never would have happened. And tonight, that was one of those. Couture, you might not have gotten one for that, but you're living right here, bro. Dude, it was beautiful.
Beautiful. Just like the Sharks in that first period, 3-0 after one. Shots 12-9 in favor of San Jose. 2 for 2 on the power play. The Penguins were 0 for 1. Hey, AJ.
Yes.
How about that face-off winning percentage in the first period?
Oh, was
70-30.
What was it? What are you talking about?
70-30 in favor of San Jose in the face-off circle. I mean, wow. Was that a starter for sure?
See, and this is the thing that kind of struck me is I thought that the Sharks were going to have a much more difficulty with the Penguins tonight. Again, I go back to the fact that the Penguins have won 4 of their last 5 games. They dropped onto Calgary a couple games ago, but they've seen some decent opponents. It's not like they're it was not like they had back-to-backs versus Ottawa. I mean, they've seen some decent opponents. So I expected a little more from Pittsburgh. The fact that it's in their barn, the Sharks are traveling, and we all know what happened in the last game. The Penguins are Josh D is going another 2. No Vaseline used in tonight's game. That's right. We're going raw, baby. Like like a blow job on a sandpaper.
Wow.
That's what I'm saying. Like sex with a with a cactus corpse. But anyway, I'll get back to it. You would think that the Penguins would have a little bad taste in their mouth after being blown out 5-2 at the tank middle of January. And then Hertl, of course, having his second career hat trick. I thought that Pittsburgh was going to be far more tougher. Now, I need to preface everything that I just said with the fact that DeSmith was in nets tonight. Does this happen if Murray is there? Probably not.
Both goalies have been on good runs lately for Pittsburgh. Granted, Matt Murray's been unbelievable, keeping the Penguins in a playoff spot for that matter too.
Yeah. Check your connections, buddy. I'm hearing a little buzz here and there, but anyway, no, I totally agree with you, Andy. Man, AJ is feeling a little saucy. It seems. Oh, I'm always saucy when it comes to Pittsburgh. When you're facing the team that like kept you away from the cup. Let's be honest. You're going to have a little bit of sauce.
And I'm disappointed that we did not get the NBC Sports Pittsburgh broadcast, the regional broadcast, of Mike Emmerich, Eddie Olczyk, former coach, and Pierre McGuire, their former coach. Sorry, go ahead.
No, hold on, dude. Even Laurel. See, this is how awesome Laurel is. There was a little bit of a buzz on the line, and Laurel immediately posts, "Put your phone away, Kuhre." Yeah, phone's getting too close to the lines, Kuhre. I love that. God damn, I love you. I will see you on March 9th, Laurel, and I can't wait to meet you in person. I'm just saying.
That's true. Same here.
Yeah. So we move on to the second period. And, dude, I got to be honest, man. After the first period, this game kind of went, the second period was a little bit of a lull, but that's kind of been the Sharks' MO this entire season. You look at it, the Sharks come out gangbusters in the first, and they kind of, sashay their way through the second and then come back in the third. I don't know why that is. I don't know if it's the long change. I don't know what is going on, but it has been a consistent variable throughout this season that the Sharks just kind of, I don't want to say sleepwalk, but there's definitely a lull in the second period. I can't put my finger on it other than the long change. And maybe the fact that, you can, your chest feels a little bigger and your skates, you feel a little taller. The muscles feel a little bit bigger when you go into the dressing room 3-0, I suppose. But still, this is something that the Sharks need to, they need to work on. For the love of God, at least after 2 periods, it was 9-9 at the shot clock. Because that's been something that has been very upsetting recently.
Yeah, it was one of those where you can kind of go Bueller. 450 of the second, Malkin takes a hooking call as EK65 goes on a rush. Love that. And then when Malkin gets out and goes out on a breakaway, that's right. Spry, young, quick speed of Joe Thornton breaks up any shot of a scoring chance on the breakaway. It was unreal how Jumbo gets back into the play, stops Malkin on a breakaway, doesn't even get a chance to get a shot on net. And 1, Jumbo doesn't get a penalty. 2, Malkin doesn't even get a chance to put it on Jones. I mean, AJ, seriously, Jumbo, he's feeling it lately.
I'm telling you right now, I'm going to go back. I'm going to find the clip of Jumbo just because I can't, I'm trying to remember who, I can't remember who picked that off that ended up getting it going the other way from Malcolm. And to be fair, Malkin was just kind of sitting at the blue line, like going, "Come on, puck, get here."
Yeah.
But it gave Thornton the opportunity to just go full bore and catch up and get Malkin off of that. And I'm telling you right now, I'm going to take a clip of that video, and then I'm going to find a clip from the $6 million man. And as it's going, just
We have the technology.
dude, that's all it is. It's like jumbo. That's all it's going to be, baby. That was, I mean, you talk a 39-year-old legs, scotch of juice still left in the box. You know what I mean? That's one of those guys. You sit there with the juice box and you just pound in the back of it going, "Come on, man. I know there's another drop." I mean, that was beautiful.
And what I retweeted out there after you tweeted out the GIF was, those are the little things that will get you to go far in the playoffs.
Yes.
It's that stuff. It's EK65 skating on the rush, making them take a dumb penalty. Now, here's the thing. When you take dumb penalties, you need to make sure that they get them. They make sure they geez, help me out here, AJ, because I can't talk all of a sudden with my cliches.
And we'll be back right after this.
You got to make them pay if they're going to take some penalties on you.
See, was that so difficult?
Easy for me to say, right?
Yeah, no. NHL Trump saying Jumbo is playing his best hockey this year, better than the last 2 years. I would totally agree with that. Josh D. Oh, hello. Josh D's Jumbo looks better now than, hold on, I had to scroll up now because all of a sudden, Jumbo looks stronger now than I've seen him in a few years. Absolutely. Hey, Skylar in the house. Following donation will be larger than any fine Pittsburgh has to pay for the Goon Show tonight. NHL Wheel of Justice Penguin Edition, baby. Thank you.
We're getting to that. Thank you, Skylar.
That is awesome. Yeah, happy feet going, Noble. I mean, just wow. Yeah. And that's the whole thing is they even talked about it at the pregame. Joe Thornton seems to, he started off so, I mean, goddamn, what has this guy gone through? I mean, 2 reconstructed knees, and then there's like a broken toe at one point. There was something else earlier in the season. It seems like he has finally just gotten healthy. Then you look at Erik Karlsson going out for 9 games for 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks with the groin issue.
Yeah.
And now he's come back. Now we could sit here and do an entire show of why I think he should be back with Dylan and not with Plastic. That
Agreed.
Notwithstanding, the fact of the matter is look, the Sharks right now have less than 2 months, about 7 weeks, man. It is time to just pick up some points, get it going, and get that Pacific Division title over Calgary. Make Calgary face Vegas in the first round. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, we're probably droned on a little bit. We should get on to the next penalty, which would be, Aston Reese. Wow, what a shocker.
1439. He held up EK 9 on there. The Sharks didn't capitalize on that one. However, Kane would return the favor at 1939 when he tripped up Jake Gensel. Now, here's one thing I noticed lately, dude. My concern here is that he tends to inadvertently slew foot a little bit. In that one,
Kane?
Yeah.
Well, I'm
that
not going to agree with you because he plays for the team I watch. But anyway, no.
way to have teal tinted glasses there.
Yeah. Hold on. Wait a minute. I'm trying to think. Is this? No, this is the hold. See, I'm going back to the other play where who was it that just backed up into Kane without looking?
Gensel.
Okay, so that happens after this.
Yeah.
Yeah. See,
and it almost looked like he kind of kicked his leg up a little bit, and that's what kind of got him. And I'm wondering if it was just inadvertent contact rather than him trying to kick his legs out just a skosh. Does that not get called?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't see I saw somebody on Twitter say that he thought that Kane's stick was involved, and I went back and looked at the GIF. I don't know. I think it was there was leg on leg before Kane's stick was even involved. Now I have to preface this full disclosure. Evander Kane signed a puck for me on Monday, so I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Wow. So
yeah,
if
I'm
you
like
want,
that.
if you want to have AJ give you nice things on the show, just make sure you sign a puck. Okay.
That's what
So
I'm
I
saying.
need to get some pucks signed to AJ soon.
Right.
Maybe I'll get off of my internet.
Yeah. No, I'm kidding. It's Andy Man Homer. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I thought Kane played a clean game tonight, with the exception of the beatdown he threw in the third period. But I did not get bribed. Everybody calm the hell down. But I didn't like that the fact that you can just back up into a player and Josh D, look at that. The glove doesn't fit, you must have quit. Absolutely.
Oh my God.
So, but anyway, let's get it. So yeah, that Kane trip, I thought that was a BS call. Go back, Teal Town USA on our Twitter. We have the gift there. You tell me honestly if you think that should have been a right call, because to me it just looks like guy is skating backwards. What's to say that so if he skates into an official, does the official get called for 2 minutes? You know what I mean?
No, he'll just get called to do a makeup call later.
Either way, Sharks finish the second period. Shots even, 9 apiece. Do you have what the face-offs were after 2?
I don't, unfortunately.
Yeah, I know. I kind of ran out on that too. There was a lot happening on other ends.
18 for the 2 period total. That's for sure.
Trying to give things for you people, so you just have to, I don't have everything in front of me.
We both do, so we apologize for not having that on hand. But let's get to the. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say. So, 2:20 into the third, Hertl and Pearson both off for roughing. At one point, did they try to send Dylan off and like 2 other people? I mean, it seemed like they're trying to send like half the team up. I got to be honest, though. It takes a lot to get Hertl pissed off, and dude was jacked.
I do not feel safer already. I must kick your butt. Wait, hang on.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to give you that. No, this is the whole thing. You sit there, you listen to how much I slam on Putt Guy for Short House, for his Bobrovsky thing. What I'm trying to think. What the hell else does Erik do that I slam on? There's Short House, there's the Bobrovsky thing, there's the Pominville thing. There's like a handful of things that I slam on Putt Guy for doing. You know what? I don't mind the Hertl impression. I like it.
Of course not, because fun must be always, and fun must beat the crap out of Tanner Peterson. Yeah, 48 power.
Okay, so you're starting to lose me because now you're Josh D's. You can continue all Hertl impressions. That's right. No, you know what it is, because you were starting to lose it there. You had it at the beginning, and then you started reminding me of a different player. I'm trying to remember who.
Oh, like Nabby. There was a hint of Nabby.
No, it was more like a hint of Donskoy in there or something. But anyway.
All right,
so Josh Dees. Oh shit, spoke too soon. See, I'm not the only one who thinks the accent went sideways. But
my
anyway.
bad.
Yeah. But anyway. Hertl and Pearson both go off for roughing. It seemed like they tried to take like 3 other guys off. They finally got it sorted out. Okay, fine. Oh, hello, Berg 77F91 +1 for the Hertl impression and props. Yeah. Oh,
thank you very much.
God damn it! I gotta go find me some props now. So we see that, and then for the most part, the third period just kind of meanders on. For the most part, the Sharks are just trying to play clean, get through this game, move on to Columbus on Saturday. It's all good. It's all well. You've got that nice 3-0 lead. Don't let Pittsburgh come back into this game. And to a man, I'm going to say that maybe the Sharks felt a scotch more comfortable in the fact that it's like, well, Murray is not in net. We're facing a backup. We've already drained 3 and 7. So, you know what? Just keep it in their end, play clean and blah, blah, blah. And that was all working out until the broadcast decided to go to commercial break at 15:24.
And then the gloves came off. All hell is breaking loose.
Dude.
What was there, like 9 Penguins on the ice? Dylan's giving some crap to somebody, and then Sidney decides to be Sidney, because that's what he does, folks. He takes the cheap shot when he knows he can get away with it, and then all hell breaks loose.
Well, Crosby did not get away with that crap today. So during that whole, and I have it written down, my friend, at that point, you've got 6 penalties all taken at 15:24. You get Michael Haley.
Yep.
Wait a minute. Who's this guy? How do the refs even know who this guy is? He just got to the Sharks. No, anyway, you get Michael Haley, misconduct. Brendan Dillon, misconduct. Marcus Pettersson, misconduct. Sidney effing Crosby gets a misconduct. Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
And then Kane and Pearson both go for fighting. But just the fact that so $2 because Sidney Crybaby is a whole bitch.
Wow.
Yeah. No, I can't remember the last time I've ever seen Crosby like get ejected early. And if I remember correctly, didn't Mike Sullivan also get his night ended early?
Yeah, let's just say he called somebody and one of the officials in bleep and got tossed out of the game for it. So Mark Recchi was finishing the game for him.
He called him a what? Because I'm just saying, I think we might have video of Joe Thornton calling the officials in the Boston game the exact same thing.
Exactly. Thank you, Skylar Greenberg, for your donation as well. Kevin Lacey, I totally agree with you. I can't believe they actually gave Crosby 10 minutes for once. He usually gets away with all that cheap crap. Seriously, there was one game last year in Buffalo where he goes down like he just got shot, but earlier in the game, he gives a crotch shot to Ryan O'Reilly, who was then with Buffalo, and gets away with it. And it's like, come on.
Let me ask you a question.
Shoot.
You've seen the movie. You've seen the Star Wars movies.
Yes.
Okay. You remember the original Star Wars movie, A New Hope. Right. Episode 4. Do you remember the face-off between, and of course I say face-off because hockey, but you remember the face-off towards the end of the movie between Darth Vader and Obi-Wan. And as that progressed, it even started, Obi-Wan's saber was a little on the weak side when you look at it. And towards the end of it, he's like, shaking it to try to get a little more juice out of it. I'm wondering, is that what we're getting with Sidney Crosby? Like, he's the old veseled grit, but now it's kind of like, you know what? The power in your saber might be starting to, I don't know, dim just a scotch.
He's still a dominant player, but and Laurel's never seen Star Wars. Spoiler alert. Oh boy. Well, there went that one. But yeah, you could tell the Penguins were frustrated all over the place. They were getting outshot. They were getting destroyed in the face-off circle, and all that, and then they just let loose. I'm curious to see if Sullivan gets something for it, because, and especially to have 9 players on the ice, see if there's any extra that comes of it.
Oh, bitch, please. It's the Penguins. There's not going to be anything extra. There will be no extracurriculars, none of that.
Yes, but the question I have, because it happened 2 seconds later, is the absolute classless cheap shot on Hot Dog Kessel, because
Kessel,
I'm sorry,
sticking EK65 in the face
looked intentional to me.
I don't know. I'm going to disagree with you on that. I don't think it was intentional. I think that was just frustration when it's that whole thing where you're just, there's a little too much, I don't want to say, I guess maybe adrenaline, that, when you're just trying to scoop it out, but instead you're just so pissed off, you just kind of maybe pull up a little bit higher. Yeah, no, I'm going to I'll give Kessel a pass on that. I don't think it was intentional. Certainly not as intentional as that puck should have been in Columbus on Pierre Maguire. But anyway.
Wow.
Yeah.
Talk about like just paper thin close.
But yeah, I'm going to give Kessel a pass on that. I don't think Kessel's that kind of guy. I mean, I don't think he's someone who's going to go totally intentional in that situation. Now, there have been times where you've seen Kessel in his career, maybe be offended. I mean, but then again, when you're the last guy taken in the All-Star game, I'm just saying. But anyway.
Ouch. So is Logan Couture, and he's recovered nicely.
Yeah. Well, when you're holding on to keys to a new car, that's when it's going to happen. But either way, let's see. Andy Man, AJ Carlson's stick was nowhere near where Kessel was making that motion. I'd buy it if Carlson was facing that direction, but his stick was 180 degrees from where Kessel's stick was. What are we talking about? I'm not sure that I'm understanding that.
I guess maybe he thought that you were saying that Carlson was lifting.
No. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying that, Kessel, when he high stick, I don't know if that was like a follow through or something where it's just a really angry or frustrated follow through. Either way, I'm just saying that, I don't think that was flagrant or intentional on Kessel's part. I don't think he's that kind of a player. I'm just saying I'm going to give him a pass on that. I'm also going to give him a pass on that because EK65 recently has kind of pissed me off. So no, I'm kidding. But I think we should move on.
Okay.
I don't think it was flagrant. That's all I'm saying.
You don't think it'll be reviewable?
No, I don't think it'll be reviewable. If anything, I'd rather see Crosby get a game because you know why? The truth is out there, my friends. We'll get to the bottom of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, anyway. Kessel gave John Scott in the back. The leg says otherwise. Good call, Kevin.
Yeah, okay. That one I'll give you. But hold on. What sweater was Kessel wearing when that happened?
Toronto.
Hey, now. That's all I'm saying.
Steve Cropper say, did EK69 not sign a puck for you?
Hold on. Wait a minute. He did not sign a puck for you. Yes, he didn't. He walked by everybody, didn't sign a damn thing. So all that says is that next time I'm going to be out there with a puck, and if I see EK65 come out of the practice or out of the practice ice, and he just looks at everybody and goes, "Oh, sorry, no thanks," and decides not to sign anything, I brought that puck specifically for him to sign. So if he declines, I'm just going to throw it at the motherfucker.
No, you are not. We have a cup to win. Let's not do that.
Okay. Understand what sarcasm and humor is. Just saying.
Go with me here then. On a Tuesday, as the video clearly shows, AJ Strong violently and aggressively threw a puck at Erik Karlsson's head. Because it happened against the Shark, he gets no fine and no suspension.
Yeah, that's the way it works. In fact, when I do it, I'll just make sure that I'm not wearing a Rafi Torres jersey. I'll be fine.
No.
In fact, I'll wear a Sidney Crosby jersey. Nothing will happen to me. I'm golden, dude. I'm like bulletproof.
Yeah, but the Penguins really got out of hand later on. About a half minute later during the power play, Chris Letang's like,
dude, Josh Dees, dude, you ain't throwing shit.
Oh boy.
I love it.
Half minute later, Chris Letang says, I'm pissed off, and I'm gonna throw a cross check at a oh jeez, Josh. No.
Yes. Hold on. Excuse me. I have to go find a puck now. I'll be right back.
Okay. So Letang takes a cross-checking call that sets up a 5-on-3 power play for San Jose, and this is one of the ones where
look at it.
If you're
look
going,
at it. It's so dirty. This is such a filthy throwing puck right there.
You're gonna throw pucks.
Anyway, no.
We like to apologize to the Sharks brass. If you are watching, AJ, I promise you will not will
it's
not.
all humor, people. Let it go. Sit your ass down, AJ, and bring my cat back.
Wow.
Kayla.
Let's finish this up.
Kayla.
Tang goes in for cross-checking, set up a 5-on-3. This is one of those ones where you want them to score so badly, and Burns does his job. He gets his 12th of the season on the power play. Carlson and Thornton with the goals. Finishes up the scoring 4-0. Your final, Martin Jones, his 21st shutout. The Sharks, their first shutout in Pittsburgh.
Dude, Josh Dees. Beer money for AJ to throw it. I love it.
No.
I love it.
You're encouraging throwing pucks at Sharks players. Really? Really?
We'll see what happens. You know what? Hold on. Okay, Josh, I'll do you one better. I will give you the money, but I will buy you a beer. I don't know if Josh Dees is local. Is the new
He's
Steve
in Austin.
Bartman. Really, Nevis? Really, Steve Bartman? Seriously, we're going to go like Chicago Cubs 06? You're going to dive that far back? Oh, he's in Austin? Okay, well, either way, I'm going to have – when you do a podcast, I will throw you the $5 for some beer money if the trade deadline hits and Erik Karlsson doesn't sign here. Then I think it's just, boom, full bore. But anyway, go ahead. What were you talking about?
I was saying the Sharks won 4-0, by the way.
No kidding.
Martin Jones gets his 21st shutout of his career. It's the first time the Sharks shut out the Penguins in Pittsburgh, mind you. Like you said before, they haven't had much success on either at the Igloo or what did you call it, the paint bucket?
Yeah, the paint bucket.
Yeah.
The other thing being is that this was a game that Jones needed. He needed a bounce back after that Boston game. 700 goals against, or not. I'm sorry, save percentage. 700 save percentage. Are you serious? 16 goals in on 20 shots. Yeah, this was a game Jonesy needed.
Brent Burns, 32 primary assists, most by a defenseman in the league right now. Tomas Hertl, the third Western Conference player with 5 goals against the Penguins in a season. The only other two, you want to take a guess, AJ?
On which one?
Who the other two players are that have scored 5 goals, the other two Western Conference players that have scored 5 goals against the Pens.
Ooh, this one. Hold on.
I'll give it the years. That's why.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
One happened last season, and another one happened in 2002, 2003. Nobody help him out.
Is there a Calgary player involved?
No, there isn't.
Is there a Colorado player involved?
No.
Really? Because I was looking at Goodrow and Landeskog, but I'm sorry, you said Pacific Division or Western Conference?
Western Conference.
Oh, well, crap. That opens it up to a whole new can of worms.
Yep.
Is there a Winnipeg player involved?
No, there is not.
Okay, I've already lost this game. Go ahead.
All right. It was Detroit's Sergei Fedorov in 02-03.
What? He doesn't play in the... Oh, they played in the West back then.
That's
a technicality.
And last year it was Brock Besser from Vancouver that scored 5 goals against the Penguins last year. So pretty cool stat. I'll give the shout out to Uncle Darren Stevens for that stuff. But yes,
Brock Besser. I should have had that.
So Sharks win 4-0. They get 2 crucial points that they needed to keep within the division race. Yeah, he said.
Well, and can we also just like call out a couple elephants in the room? Michael Haley with 8.5 of ice time tonight. What isn't that like 3 more minutes than Gambrell's had in like in the last few games? So you got to give it up for them. The blue line tonight really well balanced.
Yep.
Karlsson at 23, Burns at 22.5, Braun at 20, Vlasic at 20. I'm surprised Šimik only at 12 tonight, to be honest with you. I'm not sure. I mean, granted, you can throw in the power plays that the Sharks had tonight, but still, I'm kind of a scotch surprised by that. But Pavelski leading the way with 20 minutes. I'm a little surprised by that, to be honest with you. I'm surprised you didn't see I mean, Hertl 1843. You're talking like 90 seconds off, but Couture 1811. Either way, well balanced night. But that's something, of course, that you're going to find in any game where the Sharks, are up. 17 minutes in or whatever it was. What was the 17? No, 13 minutes in, just over 13 minutes. Was PG 14? You bought that stuff for Short House? Yes,
No,
you did.
No.
Sure, blow it out your ass, pal. You know what you did, but either way, it's easy to have balanced lines when you're 13. When you're up 3-0 after 13 minutes. I'm just saying. So. Those are going to happen, but way to take advantage of that PDB. And so hopefully we see the boys rested for, back-to-back matinees. Are you effing kidding me this weekend?
In the weirdest matinees, you have 2 p.m. against Columbus on Saturday, and then a 12 p.m. Pacific time start against Detroit. So
we'll see now. PDB, Dave PB. It's the same initials, just inverted. It's DBP.
Yes.
Saying DeBoer is going to burn out his top players because of overdependence on vets. No, I thought tonight it was pretty balanced.
Yeah, no, it was.
He's saying they were up 3-0 with 10 minutes left, and he was still riding the vets. And so, yeah, but what are you gonna put a Haley out there for 20 minutes?
But here's the thing, though, and I think it was on NBC Sports California.com, might have been Shalana Goldman or Marcus White. Either way, check those two out. They're awesome. Saying watch out for them to overuse his veterans.
Isn't that something that PDB is kind of known for a little bit, especially in 2016?
But that's the thing. You gotta give him time, and I think that's why people have been talking about potentially the Sharks looking for a goaltender like they did with Reimer a few years ago.
Christ.
But we're not going to get into that. We're not going to get into that.
We go.
No, we aren't. Nope.
We're gonna do it.
Nope.
We're gonna do it. Okay.
Let's go. It's time for a
Nope. No, it isn't. Nope. Let's call it what it is. No. Stop it.
Oh God.
Mayor. Hold on. AJ, what are you drinking tonight? I thought he said where. You know what? I'm trying something new tonight. It's the chocolate stout by Rogue. Not too bad. I'm more of a stone guy when it comes to the chocolate stouts, but I thought I would give this a flyer because most Rogue beers I do enjoy, so I thought I'd give that a flyer. Let's get into this for a hot second. Look, John Hoven, the mayor, the guy from he's the LA Kings guy. He was on, he was on with us so long ago. Back when we used to be called Pucknology. That's how long ago it was when he came on. And really nice guy. Did some audio work for him. He came on to the show. And we talked LA Kings, and he popped off a little bit about how he thought the Kings were going to kick the Sharks' ass that year. And that's one of the things I loved about guys like that. When they come on and they kind of pop off a little bit, it's great. So anyway, he evidently tweeted out something yesterday about that he was hearing just like, if I stay silent enough, I can hear a ringing in my ears. I don't know, but he was hearing that the Ducks and the Sharks were in talks to look at getting Ryan Miller to the Sharks. And that's all well and good. We've seen that. Who's the guy on Twitter? Is it Eklund? Is that the guy's name? Who's the guy that Ian always makes fun of?
Eklund. He said that the lockout, the 2004-05 lockout, was over like 15, 16 times. Yes.
Yeah, and doesn't he have like a scale like EK5?
Yes.
Yeah, EK3. Yeah. So anyway, it's not like it's just not like Hoven invented this. And see, hockey Eklund, E5 confirmed. Exactly. And Lacey saying, no secret, the Sharks wanted Miller years ago. Yeah, so you know what? let's be
Very
honest.
true.
In the social media world, we're all looking, to try to gain more followers. I get it. So, if you want to throw something out there like once in a while, sure, I get it. And without a doubt, like I think there was like 45, 50 people like within a couple hours that were saying, wait, what? And he was getting a response. The ratio that he got was great. That's fine. But the fact of the matter that we had NBC Sports write an article about it, I was a little perplexed. Now, if you want to have, blogs, like had we done something about it, it's, anybody else that if you get into a whole Reddit discussion or you get into a Twitter debater, but absolutely. But somebody like NBC Sports, I was actually surprised. Like I count on them to just give me the very much what's the show from the 60s? Or Just the Facts, ma'am. What is that?
Dragnet.
Yes, Dragnet. So I look at NBC Sports like Dragnet, where they basically spit out what is happening. You look at Shalana. I can't say enough good things about Shalana Golden.
Love Shalana. She's been wonderful. Marcus has even been great too.
Oh, Mark has been fantastic. There's another guy I've caught on there. What's his like? Something Witt, Brian Witt. Bill.
I haven't seen that one yet.
Oh, so
no relation to Brendan Witt, right?
No. But I feel bad that I can't get his name right. But yeah, Shalana. I mean, dude, Snoop Dogg has nothing on this on her. I mean, she drops it like it's hot. So Shalana is killing it. So anyway, when I see a NBCS going off on this, I'm going, why are you just running with the rumor? Because anybody could have put that up. Like, how come you don't do this when Eklund does this 5 times a week? You know what I mean? It's just, I hate the speculation on rumor. That's all it is. I'd much rather talk about, what is happening, what's actually going on. Because anybody you could have seen this same thing about Bobrovsky, about Jimmy Howard. I mean, you know what I mean? Ben Bishop, for Christ's sake. There's a lot of people you could have done this on. So I don't know. I thought it was a waste of time. But that's what things are. And see, this is the whole thing. My point is, that's what message boards are for. That's what Twitter is for. I'm just saying, you don't waste time on this. If you're a website and you want credibility, you don't chase rumors. And so to see NBCS Sports, I was a little surprised by that. And what's really funny, though, is the guy on NBC Sports who did this article, who ran with the rumor, he did an unbelievably awesome job on Aubrey Huff like 2 days before. Holy hell. Because Aubrey Huff lost his mind trying to like compare himself to Manny Machado. Anyway, that's a baseball discussion. If you're into baseball, I highly suggest you go look at that article because it was fantastic. But other than that, the Sharks are headed off to the BJs on this Saturday at 2 p.m. Now, the BJs, where are they at? Because you know what? Tortorella is an enigma to me. This guy, one day he cannot buy a win. The next day he can't curse himself into a loss. It is very scary to me. I mean, I'm looking at it right now. So, okay.
The neon buggers are on the outside looking in by a point.
By a point. Now, if you looked at this at these standings 3 weeks ago, booyah,
they were first in the Metro.
Yeah, exactly. So I've said it before. I will say it again. In fact, I should go to Bring Hockey Back and ask for a shirt that says Tortorella cannot have nice things, because that's just the way it is, people. It is just like
except
gravity.
For a cup.
Just like gravity. Tortorella. Well. Ask Dan Boyle how he feels about that. But anyway, yeah, so we move on to Columbus. They've lost their last 2. Oh, boo-hoo. They're playing 500 hockey over their last 10 games. Ay. They got a +8 goal differential right now. San Jose has a +33 goal differential. On paper, Torts is a douchebag. $2 for you. Absolutely.
Oh,
Thank you very much.
Josh.
I enjoy that. So I look on paper. I'm not saying the Sharks should get this in a walk, but the Sharks should take this game. But you cannot take this and, I'm just one of those guys where I figure like Detroit is sitting there rubbing their hands like this, going, yeah, the Sharks are going to focus all their efforts on Columbus, and then they'll come into the Jodo or the dojo or whatever that pizza oven we're calling
The
it.
pizza oven.
And we'll be able to roll over them. You know what I mean? It's like these, honestly, I'm looking at this. Columbus and Detroit, the Sharks should have both of these games easily. It's not like they don't have something to play for with Calgary out there. And then, of course, the big game at Boston, because hopefully we'll get officials that, don't have vision impairments.
All I'm saying is I'm hoping we get to that Columbus game and we can write some new jingles. Panarin's gonna get traded because they're playing at Nationwide Arena, of course.
Did someone say jingles?
Rap.
Wow. That's right, folks. It's time for the NHL wraparound. We have some games in progress as we speak. Dallas 4, St. Louis 2. Jamie Benn, 2 goals on the night so far. Tarasenko his 27th. Ryan O'Reilly his 24th. That's right. Tomas Hertl has more goals than Vladimir Tarasenko right now. They just began the third period. Islanders 3, Oilers 2. Draisaitl and Sam Gagner have the goals.
Can we go back in time and put Hertl on the front cover of the NHL game then?
All right.
No? All right.
NHL
Josh Dees up. Josh Dees put in, so we got to play it.
Damn it, Josh.
Have the goddamn common courtesy to give him a reach around.
It's
Yes.
wraparound.
Yes, we will.
Yeah. Getting back to the scores here. So 3-2 Islanders over the Oilers. That's early in the third period. They have completed 20 minutes in Vancouver. Bo Horvat scores to make it 1-0 Canucks over
my God, please.
over the Desert Dogs.
Oh my God, please donate so he'll stop with the short half. But oh my God, the Oilers are losing a game?
Yes.
What a shocker.
You know what's also a shocker? The Leafs. They lose 3-2 over the Capitals. Ovechkin gets his 43rd. Tom Wilson gets his 16th on a shorthanded goal. That eventually turns out to be the game-winning goal, despite a 2-goal rally.
Tom Wilson is the hero in this freaking game. Are you serious?
Yes. Shark hater John Tavares gets his 34th in the losing cause.
John Tavares. Dude, I think you're talking about John Tavares unflinching in the name of everything that goes on around him.
In Florida, those bunch of jerks, they scold their way to a 4-3 victory over the Florida Panthers as former Shark James Reimer takes the loss here. Dadonov, Barkov, and Huberdeau, a couple of those names are being rumored right now, get the goals for the Panthers. Justin Williams, Niederreiter, Falk, and Justin Williams again getting the goals for the Hurricanes.
And I think we can all just call the elephant in the room as to why Florida lost. They put Michael Haley on waivers.
Oh, yes.
Just
absolutely. In New Jersey, the Devils shut out the Senators 4-0. Could this have been the last game for Stone and Duchesne? Again, even Hockey Central at noon speculating that DW is talking to the Sens again. Go figure. Sajak Santini.
Now, what are they talking about? Because can we get a little Dzingel up in San Jose?
They were talking Matt Duchesne, actually.
Price too high. Don't need him. Dzingel, please. Thank you.
Yeah, there we go. In MSG, the Wild, that's the Minnesota Wild. We'll get to the Iowa Wild in just a second. The Wild beat the Rangers 4-1. Spurgeon, Granlund, Parisi, Greenway with the goals for the Minnesota squad. Bushnevich getting the goal. And the second, as there are talks that Zuccarello might be traded pretty soon. We told you about Sharks and Penguins earlier. In Montreal, the Canadiens continue their roll. 5-1 over the Philadelphia Flyers. Kotkaniemi, no, not Auntie Niemi, gets a goal there. Brendan Gallagher with a hat trick. He gets his 26th of the season. He's still not good enough to be Tomas Hertl. Tomas Tatar, however, gets his 20th. Carey Price with the victory. Connor Hart with the loss for the Flyers.
Okay, let's just roll through this because I want to get to the chat, please.
Okay.
Vasilevsky gets another win. It's in the the shootout. Dahlin, oh Jesus Christ! Everybody was falling for Dahlin. Well, it wasn't enough this time. Lightning beat the Sabres 2-1 in the shootout, even though the Sabres did score the first one in this. And then finally, out in Nashville, Renee picks up the win over Quick. 2-1 victory over the Kings. Yossi and Turris, yay for you. Amadio, not so much for you. So that's the way it goes. Let's get to the chat. Did Kayla make an appearance? Are you kidding me? Kayla always makes an appearance. So, what? Everything hockey has bunch of jerk sweatshirts. Yeah, but the Carolina Hurricanes, I think on their actual site, they actually have, like licensed. And see now here. Okay, excuse me. Wait a minute. Oh, hold on. Okay. I'm firmly affixed on my soapbox. Here we freaking go. Okay. This is my beef with the Fanatics.
Oh boy.
I don't believe that the Hurricanes are a Fanatics property. And I think one of the main reasons that they've been able to put together these awesome shirts is the fact that they're not a Fanatics property. Because this is the similar thing that we saw with the get down here. The similar thing we saw with the Sharks back in 2016, where we had shirts that said it takes a shark to catch a predator. And what else was there with the Kings and the Blues? There was, other shirts that were designed like literally there was like, okay, we're going to run off 10,000 of these and then we're done, So I'm hoping that's okay. I'm off my soapbox now. What do you think it would take to trade for Pujjarvi?
I think what AJ was trying to say was Puljujarvi.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I don't see it's like with him not playing that well, his stock is low, mixed with him requesting a trade. No, I don't think that's the piece that Doug Wilson is looking for. That is not the piece Doug Wilson is looking for. Still Lacey saying, don't know whether the Sharks have assets to be trading unless it's Shemlevsky, Merkley, or Ferraro. And let's be honest, there's no effing way that Doug Wilson is trading Shemlevsky, Merkley, Chekovic, Bicklin, or what's the name? Blickfield, whatever the kid's name is. You know what? Make it to the NHL, then I'll learn your goddamn name, okay?
Wow.
But anyway, but I'm just saying, there's no way that those guys are like off the list, man. Not happening. So what else we got here? Let's get back here. Josh Dees, I support what they're doing in Carolina. Absolutely. F you, Don Cherry. God, you just fun hater. Laurel, we love you, AJ. I love you too. Let's get Lundqvist. No, dude. How many times has somebody tried to pry King Henrik out of New York and the guy will not budge? He is like the immovable object and the irresistible force. I don't know why he won't move.
In the other part too, guys, also know his price tag's pretty hefty. And even if you were to get the Rangers to take 50% of his salary, the Sharks still wouldn't have enough to do so.
No, not at all. It jerks. When the Sharks got Dzingel, make sure you tell everyone that it was me who started the train. Hey, there is not a rumor that Jerk is not willing to stamp his trademark upon.
Right.
And I love that about him. Let's see. Blickfeld could go. There you go. I'm still probably not pronouncing that right because as we know, Kevin Lacey will destroy anybody who does not know pronunciation and enunciation correctly.
He helps us out big time.
He does. Hope DW goes after Zuccarello. Is Zuccarello kind of like a smaller guy? I mean, he's not like Kevin LeBanc small, but
that would be a nice tool. That'd be a nice tool if you were to move Donskoy and maybe a second or something like that to get that moving.
I don't know.
But it might take multiple
like
assets.
I was going to say that might be a little too high. How old is Zuccarello? Was like 26, 27? So I don't know. It seems like he's been around for a while. I remember having that guy in fantasy like 5 years ago.
31. He has a $4.5 million contract.
And you want a
and
third rounder for him? No, sorry. 31, third, fourth liner? Nah, not going to happen. No. Maybe I give you a fourth.
I think the Rangers are going to be asking for a lot more than a fourth.
For Zuccarello? Nah.
Oh, yeah.
And, all right. Well, no, not going to happen. I give you you know what? I'll give you Don Skoy and a sixth. How about that?
Felix, wow.
Cash me outside. How about that? Yeah, Felix, Ottawa's such a dumpster fire. I have to give a Sharks broadcast $2.
That's right, funny, Felix.
We pick up Haley to help protect our guys, and so Kane won't need to fight, and they both end up going to the box at the same damn time.
Literally, Dylan, Haley, and Kane.
Dude, thank God the officials got their act together, didn't throw Dylan in the box. That was ridiculous.
Well, they gave him, what, a 10-minute? For the he got
Dilly got that called off. He never paid for that.
He didn't?
From what I remember looking at,
no. According to my stat sheet, he got a 10-minute. He got the hot water early.
He did. Oh,
yep.
Okay. When I was looking at it first, because when I was listening to Randy and Hetty call it, they were like, "Oh, they're going to call it on," and then they took it back. Oh no, I'm looking at
that was the Hertl. That was the Hertl penalty at 220. I think that's the one you're talking about.
Haley, welcome back to the Sharks, dude. 2 hits, 1 block, 100% in the face-off circle. 8 minutes and 8.5 minutes time on ice, 10 penalty minutes. Welcome back to the show, Haley.
Yeah.
Dilly did get 10 in the brawl. Wow, I was surprised. I would have swore I heard that Randy said that didn't get called. So I don't know. But then again, we're talking about a game tonight where Johnson tripped Donskoy at the 56-second mark, and then Hertl scored at the 57-second mark. So you figure it out. Anyway, let's wrap it up here. The Sharks have 2 over the weekend. What do you want?
Some Barracuda love.
Oh, shoot.
That's right. Your San Jose Barracuda took on the Iowa Wild this evening, roughly around the same time that the Sharks and Penguins were playing. Unfortunately, a great affair between the two clubs. Unfortunately, Iowa comes out on top 4-3. Hensick gets his first goal of the season for the Cuda. Gambrell gets his 12th from Hensick. John McCarthy got the tying goal for the Barracuda, make it 3-3. He took a deflection from Nick DeSimone's bomb. Unfortunately, Matt Reed at 15:07 gives Iowa the victory in this one. It was on the power play, unfortunately. Antoine Bibeau, 27 saves on 31 shots. Capo Kakinen, 31 saves on 34 shots. So the Barracuda lose a tough one in regulation, 4-3 on that one.
And what sucks about that more is the fact that the Barracuda have to face this same goddamn team tomorrow, and then again in the next 2 games between Stockton and then hosting Iowa at home.
A quick look at the standings before we get out of here. Nashville, Winnipeg, St. Louis atop the Central. In the Pacific, the Sharks sit just a point back in the Pacific from Calgary for the division lead. Dallas and Minnesota are your wild cards. So if the playoffs start tomorrow, and of course they can never do as good as Rocket can.
Hey now, Rocket.
Well,
hold on. Here's the whole thing. So just scroll down like a half step. Okay, there you go. No. Just so Chicago's showing at the bottom. There you go.
So
you can see who's chasing it.
Yeah, so Colorado and Chicago are at 61. You have the rest of the rest of the conference right in distance, but
the fact that Anaheim is having a friggin' fire sale, they are choking more than Jenna Jameson.
Okay, and Vancouver and Arizona.
They're still only 5 points out of a wild card. Are you kidding me? The Western Conference is so freaky right now.
And that's the thing, going into the deadline, who's going to trade? who's going to be a seller in the
well,
West?
if you listen to
Exception of
retarded
LA,
rumors,
except for LA and Edmonton.
No, if you listen to silly ass rumors, Anaheim's evidently going to trade Miller to San Jose. But other than that, it's fine. I don't know. I even saw somebody, pontificate. What about if Corey Perry ended up with the Sharks?
Oh dear God!
Yeah, I'm like,
well, let's just ask for Ovechkin while we're at it, then. Okay.
Well, he doesn't play for a Southern California team, but anyway, she never.
In case you missed anything, or you rather watch this again, and trust me, you will, check us out on tealtownusa.com or your favorite podcatcher, whether it's iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, please. We thank nearly the 1,180 subscribers so far. We apologize for the
dude. You know what? In my mind right now, items. In my mind, I just pictured Josh D sitting on like a stack of like single. He's got like 40 singles in his hand, and he's just like, "Cocoon, smart ass comment, cocoon, smart ass comment, cocoon." He's just like cha-ching, man. And you know what? I appreciate that about you, because I would do the exact same thing. That was awesome. Oh, that was great.
I'm dare to say this, but AJ, your final thoughts and where the people can find you.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Final thoughts. You know what? There has been so much. Here we go.
Laurel, thank you for Josh.
Oh, damn, Laurel. So, no, here's my sign off. My whole thing is, look, there has been so much back and forth about Martin Jones this season. People talking about, well, like if you look at his, it all depends on the, I guess, the prism that you look at his stats through. October, high 800s, November, low 900s, then December, high 800s, January, low 900s. It's just either way. We talked to Drew Remenda. The sweet spot is like 920. Martin Jones this season has not gotten close to that. Can you default the defense for that, for a coach of that? Absolutely, you can. But it still comes back to the matter of a lot of goaltenders' numbers have come down this season, and John Wald on Twitter nailed it perfectly. People are not surprised that Martin Jones's numbers have fallen. They're surprised by how much they've fallen. So Jones, let's hope that he can have, let's open up the sails, buddy. You've had some really good streaks this season, especially coming in out of the All-Star break. Then you have the cluster versus Boston, but then you turn around and you throw this game versus the Penguins. So let's get that consistency on a roll, buddy. It's like, do I want to see the game where you throw a 700, or do I want to see a streak where you throw a 700 save percentage and then throw a 940? Or would I rather have you do like 918 back to back? You know what I'm saying? Just looking for a little more consistency. But that's just me. It's all good. Thanks for tuning into the show. We do this after every single Sharks game. That's what it is. Your only post-game live and interactive show on the YouTube. I am AJ Strong. You can find me under AJ_Strong on Twitter, on Instagram. Myself, Rocket, Puck Guy, basically an army of people blowing up your Teal Town USA Instagram. So enjoy, and we always throw the gifts down on the Teal Town USA Twitter. So go check that out if you missed a play in the game, because chances are we're going to have it. And as always, do us a favor, hit the subscribe button if you will. Share it with a friend. Teal Town USA, YouTube.
All right. Thank you very much, AJ. You can follow me at PuckGuy14 on the Twitter and the Instagram. We will be back with you in some form following the Sharks and the Neon Buggers. That game is at 2 p.m. Pacific time on Saturday. You can check that out on NBC Sports California. Will Bobrovsky and Panarin still be Blue Jackets by then? That will remain to be seen. So, that's right. All right. And until Saturday afternoon, keep it real, keep it teal, keep it real teal. Have a great night, everyone. We'll see you on Saturday.
Hey, I'm Brody Brazil, and welcome to Teal Town After Dark.